Anyway, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley, this is Faithful Rattos, and today we're going to be talking about supplements for rats. So, before I get into this video explaining what I use for my rats and how I think this helps them, I'd just like to say that I am not an expert, and if supplementing is something that you're interested in, I highly recommend you go and research places like Isamu Rats, Ratgate UK, the NFRS Forum, and also the book called The Scotland Gourmet by Alison Campbell. These have all been helpful places for me to find the information based on the supplements that I use. Yeah, do your own research, don't just follow what I do off the board. Also, supplements that are needed will depend on the age and condition of your rats, so keep that in mind as well. And yeah, well, I'm gonna share with you what I use now. So the first thing is that a homemade mix is going to be lacking in some minerals, which is why you supplement. And I don't think a homemade mix lacking in minerals and things like that is a reason not to feed it, because you can easily give these supplements. I think it's a talking point that people who love nuggets use, but I've never once seen a nugget that is fully nutritionally sound for a rat anyway, so what's the point, you know? So the first thing is 3 things that are very important to give to your rats, and one of them is calcium, one of them is D3 so they can absorb that calcium, and the second thing is iron. So there are 2 ways that I give this to my rats. The first one is CuD3, which is calcium, copper and D3, which used to be called Daily Rat 3, and this is from, most of this stuff I actually bought from Rat Rations, but this is wonderful. I use this on food once to twice a week depending on my schedule. Given everything that went on, I didn't do wet meals and supplements enough, so I'm just getting back into it, which is why I also thought this would be a nice video to do right now. Hold on, it's just doing a little clean here, waiting for a treat. But yeah, so that I either use this, which goes on food, or you can use this combination, which goes in water, which makes the water look a little bit yellow. So you have Calcivet, which, as the name would suggest, has calcium. And then we have Daily Essentials 1 from Dr. Squiggles, which has in it a bunch of other things, but it also has, you know, the things that CuD3 use. I use this most days in the water bottles, but you have to make sure to use them together just for the proper absorptions, and this tastes nasty, which is another reason why you should use it together. I also bought these from Rat Rations. This is what these looks like. I think these are both the smallest bottles you can get them in, but I use these. Makes the water yellow, which makes people a bit concerned. I don't know, look. Can you see it? Up there, this water bottle has that in it. It makes people concerned. I've seen a lot of Americans actually be like, why is your water yellow? And so the next things, whilst we're talking about food, the next things that are very beneficial for rats is oils, and this is particularly beneficial for coat condition and skin condition, and you can easily improve the condition of a rat's coat with oils, just like when any other animals. Adding oils into a dog's diet, for example, helps their coat too. So these are some of the oils that I use. So flax oil, cod liver oil, don't accidentally eat this one, it doesn't taste nice. Salmon oil, same goes for this one, and omega oil are the oils that I use on my wet food dishes. But there are a ton of other oils that you can use. These are not like the only ones, these are just the ones that I happened to get. As you can tell, these are also from Rat Rations, but I just found Rat Rations to be a really easy place to shop from, because it has everything from supplements to food ingredients, to bedding, to toys, to gifts. Like, it's just a great place, and I love supporting a small business that cares about the animals. Then we have these 2 things, which are kelp powder and spirulina. I add these off the top of my head. I'm not 100% sure what these aid with, but I think it's like digestion, stuff like that, immune system. Anyway, it's really good, really tasty, and really good for us as well. Spirulina is great if you know that blue juice, I think it's from Innocent, that has spirulina in it, which is what makes it blue. Yeah, so these are two things that I add. I'm gonna research what they are for, and I'll put it on the screen because I can't off the top of my head remember. And then we also have a probiotic. This is the Pro C. You can also get Biolapis. I use this particularly when rats are on antibiotics and hard suffering with their tummies, but you can also use it whenever a rat gets an upset stomach. If it's just a one-off, this will often help, and obviously if they're having ongoing diarrhea, talk to a vet, but one-offs this really helps with. They want attention. So giving this is really great. I also give this. I was giving this to the boys when they were on antibiotics for the Bordetella outbreak because their poos were a little bit softer than I'd like, but it's because they were on antibiotics. There's a clear reason there, but this did help them a lot. Where are you going, bud? Hey? Where are you going? Nowhere. And the last thing that I haven't actually used, but I have it, is apiketine powder, which helps with kidney support and like kidney failure in older rats. I bought this for Kate and Hester, and then they died before I could use it, which is really miserable. But apiketine is something you can give to especially bucks over 18 months, just to help their renal function so they don't develop kidney failure as quick or as severely. I don't think you can like completely get rid of it, but it is a helpful thing to have. So yeah, that is what I use to supplement my rats. I know in different countries different things aren't available and are available, so if you're from a different country or you just want to share how you supplement your rat, please do. I'd be really interested to find out. As I said, don't just take my word for it and like use these things. Do your own research and all that jazz. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Shall I see if any of the boyos want to come and say hi? So here we have Aldwin with his silly little ginger malt mark on his forehead. He is a sweet, sweet little boy, and him and Bentham have surprisingly been doing very well since the outbreak. I am thinking about filming that video soon, so I don't know if you can see his tail and what he's doing. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Please do stick around and subscribe, comment, and he's falling. Comment and all that stuff. Bye then. Thanks for watching my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.